Hey everyone, happy Wednesday. We're back. We're Team Hope 185. We're doing the Rebelle Rally this year, and we're doing our weekly updates on our Wednesdays at 2 p.m. So thanks for anyone who's going to join us today. I'm going to start by adding Jess on so we can get going. It would help if I spelled it right first, though. Okay. We're inviting. And there she is.
Oh, sorry.
Awesome.
Hi.
Hello. So
Hello.
this week we're going to have special guests on Team Fast and Curious. We're super excited to, I get to meet them today, and everyone else on our page gets to meet them today too. And they're going to talk to us about the evolution of the Rebelle Rally, because they're both 6th and 7th year competitors, which is almost all of the rallies that have existed so far. And we get to learn what get to hear some of their perspective from being multiple year competitors. So we hope to only be about 15 to 20 minutes. Sometimes we get to about 30 minutes with our guests on. So everyone just kind of stick with us, and thank you all for joining. Hello. All right. So before we pull them on, we're just going to cover our updates really quick. And I'm going to let Jessica do that.
Thank you. So for those who don't know us, we are Team Hope 185, and Kelly is in Northern California and I'm in Southern California. And my name's Jessica. That's Kelly. And we named our team Team Hope because we're trying to empower women and ignite hope in them in being able to face things that intimidate them and fear them, because this rally is really, really intimidating for Kelly and I, and for us to be stepping into it every day towards one day closer to the rally, which is in October. We are taking it on and taking one step at a time, and we're trying to find ways to encourage other women to be able to face and do challenging things like this. Update. So we last week we had announced that we had released the logo, the Team Hope 185 logo. It's almost done. We just need your last bit of feedback. We have one day left open for our feedback form. It's 5 super easy questions. And if you complete that form, you'll be entered to win a free Team 185 sticker. So we have about 15 people who have given their feedback so far. Please let us know your thoughts, if there's anything that looks better. Super easy, quick 5 questions. You can find the link in our bio. So please do that. Our current funds are at $5,877. A shout out to Kelly's mom, who donated $1,000 this week. So thank you so much to Kelly's mom for believing in us and supporting us, and for everybody else who has contributed to that amount as we continue to head towards the rally. We're about 90-ish days left until the rally. So if you're interested in continuing to help support us, or know someone who would like to support us, head to our website, which is Rebelle Rally team185.com, and you can find out more about us there. And then our blog update, our most recent blog post is titled "Facing Fears in the Art of the Rebelle, a Journey of Connection and Growth." And Heather Lewis, who is a past competitor, who also a photographer for the Rebelle Rally, she shares her transformative experience participating in the Rebelle Rally, where she bravely confronted her fears, fostered meaningful connections, and achieved personal growth. Through vivid storytelling, she highlights the profound impact of the event, leaving readers inspired to embark on their own journey of self-discovery and empowerment. So if you haven't checked out our website, go check out our website and read Heather Lewis's blog. It's the blog post that we made. It's really, really good. And on to you, Kelly.
Hello, everyone. I love seeing regular faces.
You got.
Ooh,
Hi.
we got Krista.
Wow.
That's one part of
Sorry.
one part of
That's some technology for you.
I know. Okay, and then we have let's get Andrea there. Okay, and then let's get Jess on next. We're so close.
Yes,
Yay! It worked this time.
we did it. Good job, everybody.
Yes. Thank you, everyone, for your patience. You're wonderful.
Of course.
Yay. All right.
Hi.
We're just going to jump right into our topic. So this is Andrea and Chris from Team Fast and Curious. This is Andrea's 7th year competing in the Rebelle Rally and Chris's 6th year competing in the Rebelle Rally.
Mhm.
They are experienced. We've been loving chatting with them about as we're all getting closer to the Rebelle Rally. So first, Chris and Andrea, you want to introduce yourselves and kind of how you heard about the Rebelle Rally long time ago?
Go for it, Andrea.
Yeah, so I actually first heard about it at the Overland Expo. There was a women's night, and Rochelle and Emily Miller were there, and I left the women's night thinking this is something that I have to do. And that was May, about 4 months before the very first Rebelle. Yeah.
And
So cool.
yeah, and I, through off-roading for so many years, had heard about it and intended to join, but missed the deadline. So that first year I couldn't do it because it just was too late to do it. But after that, I'm in for good.
You were hooked.
I'm hooked.
And how did you hear about it?
Just through the off-roading community. Yeah, I just heard there was this really great rally by a amazing woman who I'd already known of, was Emily Miller, and knowing what she had done, and was like, I've got to go do this, but I just missed that deadline to get stuff in and actually make it that first year. But yeah, I knew of Emily before, knew of her accomplishments, and knew of it, but just couldn't put it together. It was probably like the month before, and I just couldn't get it all done. So.
Oh yeah, that's very. I feel like May is a tight timeline, so a month before would be I can't even fathom trying to do all that Kelly and I are doing in a month before.
Yeah.
So that's completely understandable.
We know people that have done it like literally the night before tech,
Yeah.
teamed up and took off,
Oh my.
and had no experience. So.
No, thank you. That's crazy. Where did the name Team Fast and Curious come from?
Well, that was in 2017, my first year with my partner, Shar, who was my cousin. And, you know, both of us entering that year didn't have any experience in rally racing. And we thought, gosh, what are we going to do for a name? Well, she's an engineer. I'm a chemist and geologist. And we went, well, we're both curious about stuff. And I like to drive. Wait, let's make the name Fast and Curious. And that's pretty much how it worked.
I love
It was that lame.
That's awesome.
Not lame.
I just fell into it.
That was it.
That's such a fun name.
Well, it can't be that lame because it's stuck for this long.
Yeah.
It has.
Yeah.
And everybody likes to give me the old day, hey, nice job, nice play to the Fast and Curious movies. I was like, it's not.
That was
It didn't. For sure. Yeah, it's a cool name. We like it.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. It's a great name. I love it.
Curious, really.
So what brings you back for your 6th and 7th year in competing?
Oh, well, you mean together or individually?
Let's start with individually.
Andrea, you want to start the individual?
I love the event. I love that it challenges myself. I love the navigation side of it. I've learned to love it more and more every single year. And I love the event and the women and the community and just, yeah.
She said it right. I mean, it's the people. There was one year we both didn't do it in 2018. And that was extremely painful to be on the digital side of watching our friends. And literally after that first year, fast friends. We are a community. So I couldn't not do it. But individually, why I do it, though, it's more than a rally now. And it was from the very beginning. It is something that sticks with me my whole year. It is a weird vacation. I used to climb mountains and do all that stuff. Now I do rally racing. But the difficulties are full of extreme growth, and you carry those throughout the rest of the year. And if I didn't go, I'd feel like I was sliding myself personally and also miss out on my friend Andrea. So.
Yeah, and then now with it being we had chatted a little bit before this. You had said it's your third year competing together.
Mhm.
What brings you back together competing with the same teammate you have in the last?
I just broke her in.
Dang.
We actually knew each other since 2017. We have kind of a weird story of how we actually met. She likes to say that I saved her life, or her and her partner's life, but it's not true. We did help them with some mechanical things and support them emotionally to keep going. But that's the beauty of what the Rebelle is. And we were friends ever since. And just in the last 3 years, we've become a lot more closer friends, and it's the coolest thing ever. So, I mean, we've known each other a long time. We just haven't really had the opportunity like the last 3 years. And I wouldn't trade her for anybody. In fact, no, I mean, nobody can have her. People try to take her. People try to pay me, and I won't. I mean, it depends on the price, but I'm just saying.
We work really, really well together.
Oh.
We make a fabulous team, and I wouldn't trade her.
Yeah.
No.
You had given us some, Chris, you had said before we had hopped on here something that I had really loved. You said, if you're the driver, do not navigate your navigator. And that as being a huge piece that I think, so Kelly and I are both playing the position of driver and navigator, and I'm sure as we actually step into this, we will fall more into those natural positions. But for us right now, we're kind of doing our best to show up with both. And you both said you both have the capability of being driver and navigator, but I think you've fallen into, Chris, you being the driver and Andrea being the navigator. I think that's a really good words of wisdom for rookies. If you were to share something, is there anything else you would want to share with rookies as their first year to help maybe prepare for this endurance and flexibility and resilience and understanding as we're stepping into this challenge that's unlike anything we've ever done in our lives?
Good question, Andrea.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's a good question.
She knows I have a million thoughts on that topic, so I'm gonna let her go first.
Yeah, there's a lot.
I mean, there's a lot of advice that I could say. Trust your gut. I mean, that's one of my navigator go-tos is, your gut is more often right than you think it is. Gosh, that's a loaded question. Go
Try to prep you, sorry.
Go ahead, Chris. You can answer some of your wisdom.
Well, you're going in as a team, and so many people come into the Rebelle having linked up with someone, they didn't know them, they're now forced to be together. If you don't pre-plan or think about the idea, you are a unit. How are you going to work out differences? And the fact that we both know how to navigate and drive, but we know where our strengths are. Hers are in navigating, mine is in driving. That doesn't mean she's not a great driver. She's an outstanding driver. It doesn't mean I'm a great navigator. It's just that I have more experience than that. She's faster than me. So if you don't know that what you're going to do going into this as a team, how are you going to overcome problems when you encounter them? How are you going to know? You've got to get to know each other. You in that vehicle, the two of you in that vehicle, you are the unit, the only unit. Nobody's going to save you, and you can't quit. I mean, I won't let anybody. You quit if you want. But you'll be shorting yourself and your potential and everything. And I don't think Team Hope is for that. And I think you guys understand that. You said it in the intro. This is what you're for. So you keep going, and you have to do that by being in a team. So that's the biggest advice I give is practice problem solving together and going through some difficult spots, because you're going to get faced with them right away.
And to tag on to that, I think remember that you are a team, and every checkpoint you're a team. It's not like Chris will never ever blame me if we get it wrong or whatever. Like every checkpoint we hit together as a team.
There's only doing better. There's not could have done better.
Yeah.
We're going to do better all the time. She and I still find ways to do better in everything we do, from driving and navigating and planning and routing and the whole deal. It's just something always growing at.
Yeah. I think in any that's words of wisdom for any relationship of you can't go back and change anything that has already happened. It's already happened, but you can look at it and say, what can we do better for the next time that this comes along, and that's super applicable and something I have to do daily in just regular life. So that's a good reminder for me.
And it's hard not to sometimes, right?
Oh,
It's
yeah.
hard not to go, dang it, we missed that checkpoint, or to dwell in that, but it doesn't help.
It doesn't help.
Yeah.
It does no good to dwell on it. It's what can we learn? You know, my favorite thing I like to tell people about the Rebelle, I've written about this a ton of times in my blog over the years, having a growth strategy. What are you going to do when you face strife and struggle? What do you do when you're in strife and struggle? How do you react? How is your partner going to help you to get through? Do you need a safe word? I'm kidding. Do you need a safe, what was our safe word, Andrea? I don't remember. I don't know. Leave me alone. Leave the truck. I'm driving. No, leave. Okay, I'm going. So, but, you know, you got to
Just leave me here.
You got to have a plan, because I guarantee the Rebelle is a class act, world-class competition, but it's more than that. It is going to kick you, and you're going to learn from it. So you might as well have a plan for learning from it and doing it with your partner and doing it well.
Yeah.
That's my philosophy on it. So.
Yeah. Oh, it's such a blessing to talk to both of you.
Yeah.
I have one more question for two experienced rebels. From a competitor's perspective, how has the Rebelle Rally evolved over the years?
A lot.
You want to know that?
There's
Great.
I'm like, there's, I mean, year one, I think we had like 14 checkpoints in a day, and you know, we stopped at Greens and we made lunches and we chit-chatted at checkpoints with our friends, and now we barely eat during the day. We wrap it up quickly at checkpoints and like barely snack on things and have 30 checkpoints in a day.
Wow.
And it's
Competition has gotten
competitive.
fierce.
Yeah.
2017 and 19 and on and on and on. It's just gotten harder and harder. And we've risen up in the ranks. Everyone else that's been doing it has risen up in the ranks. And that doesn't mean, by the way, being a rookie, you can't do extremely well and even podium. But you're going to need luck and you're going to need some work. And you guys could do it. It's going to be harder on us than it was last year.
Yep.
I mean, she has to make it a hard world-class event. It's the world's watching too. You get more and more people watching.
Yeah.
The gala events are bigger. I mean, it went from a small, let's hope we can make this work, I think she hoped. And now it's not stopping. So it's changed a ton. And more people in the event too, right? What was the
first
lowest?
2 years we had 36 teams competing each year, and now it's like selling out. Yeah.
Which it's crowded and it's challenging in that way too. So you guys are gonna have so much fun. I hope to not scare you in this. I hope to.
Oh no, I think we're fully aware now what we're getting ourselves into. I mean, obviously, like there's like you don't know what you don't know, and we have to go through it. But yeah, we're excited. We're like ready. Like let's take it on.
And I think now people are so much more prepared going into it than we ever were. Like the first year we had no idea, obviously, because it hadn't existed. And even year two, there wasn't really anything. And then now there's trainings and online trainings, and there's, other rebels that are willing to tell you things and help out. And, we just all had to figure it out.
Yeah.
Which is fun too.
But people could be more prepared, I think, as best as you can going in now too.
Yeah.
Oh, they're lucky they have.
Yeah.
You're lucky this event has such great veterans that want to see people succeed. I really don't care if a rookie who we've worked with wins ahead of us, right, is higher in the standings. Of course, I'm going to do my best. We're going to do our best to not let that happen, as well as everybody who's been competing. However, it's an open community that wants to see women succeed and realize these greater potentials. I mean, it's not like this race is a series of, I'm sorry, I said race. Emily will kill me. I know she's watching too. I meant rally. It's not for speed at all. It's just, and I forgot what I was going to say. What was I saying? Anyway, it's just an incredible event, and it's not a triple crown. There's not another event to go to. You're not going through a series. This is not a race. This is a rally, and itself is the crown. You get it at the end. Just completing it, you're getting the crown, and then you might get a bigger, more jeweled crown if you hit the podium. So it is so worthy at that podium because it's hard.
And the community at the event will make sure that everybody gets to that finish line.
Oh,
like we all help each other to get to that.
I'd
final
pull anybody
finish line
across. Yeah, I'd pull anybody with a tow rope across the line, even if we were running out of time ourselves. If we could make it happen, we'd do it and pull someone across.
In a heartbeat.
Oh, for sure. And most people would too.
That's really powerful.
That's a group of women not letting women fail. I mean, you are going to be propelled forward and get great results from this. And my gosh, that means the finish line. So it's going to be good.
Like, where else do you find that? Like,
you don't.
Where?
Yeah.
You don't.
You don't.
I wish we did, but you don't. It's true.
That's great. Thank you, Chris, and Anna, so much for your time, for chatting through this with us.
Absolutely.
Yeah, of course.
What about, how are you guys feeling? If I could hijack your own live stream here on Instagram, how are you two feeling?
Nervous, excited, all of the above. It's day to day of, feeling super duper confident, and then feeling, like how are we even gonna get to the start line? I think I can speak for Jess, a little bit in generalizing that we're both kind of, we're going on the waves of the endurance part right now, because we chose to prepare. We chose to go into it, with a lot of hustle in the front of it. But, I think it's helpful for us both having, some military background, because like they make you hurry up and wait so much. So we have that experience of perfect, you're ready. Yep. And that's it. And that's where we're at. It's like, we know that we're never gonna really be ready. We're ready right now.
You're ready.
And it's just about taking the lessons of every team that we've had, and luckily we have the most supportive community of women to give us advice and to give us encouragement and to give us hope and to give us a well-prepared plan, because hope's not a plan as much as we'd love it to be.
You don't need it either. But I mean, it's a great name and a great sentiment. But you guys are ready now.
Yeah.
Way more than most people who do it their first year. I can already tell in what you've talked about.
How do you feel, Jess?
Do you want honesty?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what this is all about.
I'm struggling. I hear that this is a good community. I see this on Wednesdays at 2:00. I see a little bit behind the scenes, but I am new to my area, and so I don't have a lot of community here, and I really am feeling like I'm in a drought of local physical community, and that's hurting. I'm hurting for that, and I've tried reaching out to the Southern California Rebels, and it's been silent. So I'm sad. I'm a little bummed. I'm nervous on how to get there, on how we're gonna get there financially. I'm just nervous. I think that's where I'm at. I'm a little nervous. I know we're gonna get there no matter what, and Kelly's gonna continue hearing me, and she's gonna keep cheering me on like she does. But I think I'm nervous.
Well, we will ask and have asked our following of folks to, when our individual accounts and our team accounts not big, but to support you guys. We need to support.
And that means the world.
No, we need to, and it is not inexpensive, but it is 100% worth the price you pay to enter. You guys are good.
Yeah.
You're good. You've done enough conscientiousness. Now make sure you know as much as you can about each other and know your rig.
Yeah. You're more ready than you think.
Yeah, and you're not going to fail. Unless your vehicle has a catastrophic failure or one of you do, you're fine.
Yeah.
And the Rebels are there. I mean, it's not surprising to hear silence a little bit before, as we all start to ramp up our preparations. but I can guarantee as we get closer and as you need something, it'll be there. It'll be presented in some way by the community and the universe. So just keep trudging ahead.
Yeah.
Just have faith on the end goal and you got it.
It's that hope. Yeah. That's why we're doing this, for the hope.
Yeah.
I don't have hope. I'm sure you are going to do fine and you're going to get what you need to get there. So
Well, thanks.
it's too valuable and too good. You guys will make it. I got no problems. You're good.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Welcome.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay. Are we ready to switch gears? That was such a meaningful, thought-provoking, just all overall encouraging talk. And it's really hard to follow up with anything past that. Even just in the, and that's fine. Everyone that's joined today and everyone that's dropped into the comments, we appreciate you guys so much. We're going to finish with one quick rounding back to the very beginning of when we started this live, and that's talking about our logo. Our logo is up. We have a quick 5-question feedback form on our in our link in bio. It's really quick, and we're just looking for really quick, easy feedback. If you love it, you can just write you love it. If you have an artistic or even like graphic design background, we'd love for feedback on just details and if it looks too crowded or anything like that. So please head over to our link in bio. And then before we leave, we did have one question that came through our stories that was asked of you. I know we've covered a lot. And this is pretty fun because we got to ask Mountain Subi this last week. Oh yes, and we have 1 day left to complete that form. Everyone that, sorry, I totally switched gears. I saw Jess's comment. If you fill out that form, everyone that has filled it out, we're going to do one big raffle, and we'll have a winner for one of our free stickers. So, okay, question from Alana, Lonnie, who's Team Dead Reckoning. What's your luxury item that might seem impractical but makes the rally just a little bit easier?
I was going to say our sleeping pads. At least my sleeping pads.
That was my second choice if you guys didn't like my first, which is our refrigerator.
Oh, yeah. That too.
It's too much weight and it's too much stuff, but darn it if cold water just does not make all the difference in Glamis.
It's so nice.
Yeah, our Jeep refrigerator. I should say not Jeep, our off-road refrigerator.
Yeah.
It's a
what brand? Was it
ARB.
a Dometic or was it
ARB? No, it's a Dometic. I'm sorry.
Yeah, those fridges are really fancy.
Cold beverages in Glamis is.
But it's not.
Glorious.
You can live on warm water.
Yeah, you can.
It's not nice though. So we did have a comment come through on the live. This is from Lisa's husband. He was diligently watching the tracker last year. Diligently. He said, Andrea, last you guys started venturing up the wrong canyon and turned around. Oh, last year. You guys started venturing up the wrong canyon and turned around. Many other teams went all the way up the canyon before turning around. How did you figure it out so early? So this was last year's rally.
Was that the canyon where we took the ping?
Yes, we had a wide miss there.
I was going to say, I'm pretty sure if that's the one that I'm thinking of. We took the wide miss and pinged it thinking we were where we thought we were and quickly realized we were not. So we took a wide miss on that one and then figured out how to get out of there.
So
that was a long day, actually.
Yeah.
We paid for that knowledge.
We paid with points to figure that out.
And we were shocked when it happened.
Oh my gosh, we were so shocked.
Both of us were
we were a whole
like,
degree off.
This makes no sense. But that terrain was for that purpose. Real tight, narrow, less than the resolution of our maps and our measuring sticks. You couldn't tell a 14 from a 13 degree on that. And we were off by a degree.
A whole degree.
Wow.
Yeah. That was a stressful morning.
So to translate, right, you guys were going after a black checkpoint, which isn't physically seen. It's only, you can only find it with a geofence, and you paid for information, which is a veteran know-how that you can click your tracker and it gives you the exact coordinates of where you are. But you get a penalty for that, but you can go earn them back by trying to find your checkpoint.
Yeah, but
Did you find it?
we don't, well, I don't know. Did we find it? I don't think we did.
No, we did,
We did.
because that was the day that we took a lot of wrong canyons. But yeah, you don't necessarily earn them back. You
No.
just you lose 10 and then you can gain a few of those negative ones back, but you can't you're still not earning them back necessarily.
You just better learn from it when you ping that tracker and just look at the wide miss as, well, we paid for that information. We know exactly where we are right now, and just recoup from it. But you can't recoup those points, and it takes a lot of extra work. I mean, with 35 or so checkpoints in a day, you're going to struggle to try and get them all. I mean, it was astounding last year with the numbers that, you know, Nina and Terilyn just hitting these high percentage points. That took an extreme amount of hustle on their part to do. So don't think you're going to make them up. Just use it as valuable information to make more as you go through the day.
Yeah.
No problem. It's just,
well, thank you for that advice.
yeah. They suck. They're disappointing.
It hurts.
You
it
don't
hurts a lot.
Soul crushing.
Yeah, it's a lot of soul crushing.
There's a lot of tears. I'll be honest, between both. And it, like, my tears are never like, oh, she screwed up again. Oh my gosh. It's like, we're weeping for each other, and I'm crying because she's more upset about herself. And it's tears, and we got to get the emotions out. And then one of us just kind of straightens up the big girl undies and goes, all right, so you know what? We got some information. We got to move forward. And we just do.
I have to work very hard on not taking it personally.
I would imagine. I would be that way in 10 times, really, if I was in the next seat. So,
but
use all your wits, all your information, every bit of data. Now, we're not going to give other competitors, you know, we pair up and we do share some information, and that's another aspect of the game you don't know yet, you can't train for, is how are you going to team up with people, knowing at Glamis you're definitely going to need to be in a small group of people to anchor off each other and for safety, just do better. But you don't know what groups each one's in. We don't know who's going to, but during the whole week, you really need to start making some alliances, sharing some information, quid pro quo. I helped you, help me. Make sure it's not one-sided. So that's how you're going to get through it. But it's you.
Yeah.
And you're rigged. So make sure you get through it.
At the end of the day, it's your team.
Yeah.
Yeah. But we're there for you too, even in the middle of the competition. Mornings, sitting out there getting breakfast for Andrea and I and food, and her mapping like crazy. I am her bodyguard and making sure nobody goes at the table, but I'm there for you. I've helped people map and done things while she was getting ready, as long as we had all our tasks done. I think one of the first times I met roaming wolves, I didn't even know they were like from my area, and we all became fast friends, is I think I lent a pen to Melissa, and she's like, wow, that's so nice. And then next thing you know, helping each other out, and now we're best friends. So be looking out. You're going to get some new friends out of it.
Yes, I love that.
Yay.
That's all I got.
Okay. Well, we've covered all of the questions we had for, at least listed questions that have come in. How are you guys feeling? You feeling excited for this year?
Absolutely. I'll be honest, we often don't feel excited right after it gets done. And, you have so much prep time and so much. A lot of us, it takes till summer to start getting really excited. But yeah, I'm excited. I finally got excited. Sometimes I dread it and thinking it's coming and, getting the Jeep prepped and parts checked and things cleaned and everything done. But no, I think we're ready and excited now. So I'm ready for October. Actually, I got to see Emily last week when I was in San Diego, and I said, come on, October. I am excited. So yeah, I'm ready.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm ready. I'm excited.
You guys are too. I can see a little bit of teary eyes. But
there's a little bit of hope in your eyes.
Yeah. All right. Well, Jess, you want to close this up? You want me to close this up?
You go for it.
Okay. Well, thank you, Andrea and Chris, so much for joining us. Team Fast and Curious. You guys are ready. We're ready. We're all going to crush it this year. Is it fun out there? I've never been out there before. Is that in Glamis? It's really fun in Glamis.
That is looks like my son's best friend. And
Oh,
I
okay.
think that's a hint at I'd better take him off-roading so he knows what it's like. Yes.
Oh, yes. Yeah, 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 yeah. That's a great idea.
Really quick, Andrea and Chris, if our followers want to be able to learn more about you and follow you and support you as you're heading towards Rebelle Rally, where would you like them to go, or how can they support you?
Well, you've got Team Fast and Curious Off-Road here on Instagram, and fastandcuriousoffroad.com is our main website. And some Facebook stuff too. I can't remember any. Not really.
It's Team Fast and Curious on Facebook too, but
There you go.
yeah.
Absolutely.
Awesome.
Join up. We post fun stuff, not all the time, but sometimes. Depends on how much money we got to hustle for.
Yeah, seriously.
It's a lot of work.
Yeah, yeah. Especially getting the rigs ready. Like, I'm now finding that out. It's just getting all of the prep done is like, oh my gosh, okay, that's another couple $100.
Yeah, but don't worry. When you're done, it'll look like someone just threw the dunes in your vehicle and everything becomes a giant bag toss salad and you don't know what happened. And when you're done, you're like, well, that was
And
great.
there's sand everywhere.
Everywhere.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
You guys will do
We're
good.
looking
Look
forward
forward
to
to
it.
seeing you guys and how you progress and go out there. You're going to do awesome.
Awesome.
Yep.
Thank you so much, ladies.
Thank you for the
We'll
time.
go ahead and
Thank you.
close this down. Yeah. Thank you
All right.
so much for your time.
You bet.
And yeah, we'll see you. Thanks,
Bye,
everyone.
guys.
We'll see you next Wednesday.
Got it.
Bye.